Ra, welcome to another sermon of Naked Church. As I always tell you, can't show you the nakedness here on social media platforms, but it's definitely going down. Anyway, I'm Dr. Minister Vermont Princ for the Institut, the Church of Christ Consciousness for Worldwide Hope. Not consciousness, non-consciousness, KNO, SCIOUSNESS for Worldwide Hope. It is all about the supreme holiness of the female, rooted in the sacred truth of her sexuality. She holy. Okay. So that's what it do. Okay, I'm gonna go in today about this science of dreams. A lot of people ask me about the whole dream shit thing, so I'm gonna do the whole dream thing. This is just, I'm using this as a thumbnail. This picture's super irrelevant. It's never irrelevant. If I went through it, I'll find a whole bunch of information. Like, I just noticed this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's very important. 6 a lot of times equal 33. 3 and 3. So the one shoulder on, one shoulder off. It's a lot of science here. So this necklace strap and it's I'm not even gonna go into all that, but there has a tendency of being, and 6 and over there 66 books in the Bible. But that's not why. Like I said, it's just a thumbnail. I don't like having, the type of thumbnails that really don't do nothing. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to get a thumbnail that look like something. All right, so y'all get it. Anywho, trying to get this thumbnail with his little bit of feet. I know a lot of people, don't really understand the science of the feet, but it's more than a foot fetish. It's a very intricate part of the body, the hands, the feet. It's a lot of different things. When you get cold, your hands and feet are the main things that you cover your neck, your hands, your feet, and your ears. You could really pull through a lot of times. And of course the head, but it's the head for a different reason. There are a lot of intricate chakras there. That's the real turn on. We just don't know that. But anywho. So, let me see something real quick. Let's see if I can do this. Maybe this will come out as the thumbnail. Who knows? Might be something. Anywho, go into the science of dreams here, right? Which I call dreams. Dreams are really remembrances. Remembrances of other lives that we have had. There's no such thing as the past, the present, or the future. Even though people talking about past lives, future lives, there's only the eternal now, the infinite moment. We are in a virtual reality time loop simulation program. We have been placed here. We are data in a virtual reality time loop simulation program. And within this this holographic virtual reality time loop simulation program, holographic is very important to say. We are the data that is here to unlock the codes of this matrix. This is not the first version of this program. There has been countless others that have all failed. This particular one we in is failing. Without getting too much into everything, the real us is in what people we might call the future. Or let's skip past that. because we have to, like, I have a tendency, and I apologize for that. I treat you guys like you know, a baby spoon feeds you guys a lot and tell you stuff in a certain way that I think you can understand. So it's not, but I have to give you guys more credit and just say it the way it need to be said and have confidence that you will understand it. We are outside of this program. The people, the real us, is outside of this program. And we are in the program. So we're not really in the future. We're in the reality. This program is like a test pilot to see what will happen if we do this or do this or do that. So in other words, if you can make a program that plays out your whole life and every decision you make leads to something and you could see it before it happened, or see it, like people would say, if I could go back in the past and change something, I would do this, I would do that. This is the type of program that allows you to do it. You go back and you change something and you see what it doesn't change your real life, but in the program, it could change your life. So you say, oh, pardon me. I like that sound, but in this program and all the others, when you do it, you get to see the difference in the outcome, whether big, small, or in between. And by seeing the difference in the program, you can see how the future is affected. So it gives you an understanding of what went wrong and where. So if a serial killer could go back in their life to the very moment that something in them clicked, they say, okay, that was the issue. And because you realize that there is the issue, you can address that in order to stop doing what it is you're doing right now in life. You can adapt to that. You can say, oh, the car ran over my G.I. Joe and crushed it. That's why, you know, after that I had it out and I started stealing cars, and that's all. Now, when we lay down and we go to rest, we're entering an orgasmic state. I told you the difference in past videos. This is S.E.X, MAGIK, in the flat Earth Matrix. Pardon me. Yeah. And I've told you in there's video 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever we up to. I don't even know at this point. I think we have like 4, 5, 3, whatever. But go back and watch the first few, and you will see how I go in about the difference between an orgasm and an omgasm. O-M-G-A-S-M, gasm. Orgasm is the lowest level. Omgasm is the highest level, or the advanced version. And I get more specific in the video. Check it out. Oh, by the way, wait, right now, while you're watching this video, please hit the like button right now. So, you know, it's right there. You're watching the video. You know, just hit it real quick, please. Okay, cool. In that so-called dream state, we are having an experience that is quote-unquote orgasmic. Right? Okay. That's that. It's not what the so-called dream is about. I'm talking about the fact when you're resting, when you're not so-called dreaming, you're in an orgasmic state. You're in a state of tranquility, of so-called nothingness, like meditation. Okay, I'm saying that when we go into these so-called dreams, which are really remembrances, we do it for the express fact of finding out things about our other so-called other lives. Basically, every simulation that's taking place is still taking place. We're just not conscious in it. It's still going on. It's just like I said, if in the other video, if you have an iPhone and you get the upgraded version and you transfer your number and you take your stuff off of it, the iPhone still works. It's just not in use, but it still works. And I'm saying that the other versions of the program that failed are still active. They fail, but they're active. So when we have so-called dreams or remembrances, as we should call them from now on, we are just recalling or remembering things that happen in other versions of this other versions of this program. And that's why, people say, oh, maybe to tell the future, or maybe to see things before it happened. You just went into another version of the Matrix that's very similar to this, that failed already. And because there's a version of this Matrix that went further along than we are right now. And it still failed. The only reason why we are doing this stuff that we are doing right now is because we have done something different in the past. Because you can't live the exact Matrix over and over. It has to be something different in it, or else it just won't happen. So therefore, what I'm saying ultimately is, when you go into the future and say, oh, this really happened, and I dreamt it a year before it happened, 6 months before, of course, because in the other Matrix, you were able to tap in and see the outcome. The outcome may be so minuscule that you don't see that it's a different version of the Matrix. You don't realize. In the other version of the Matrix, you didn't buy the blue shoes. In this version, you did. And in the other version but you don't know, because in the dream, you didn't see the shoes in the closet. In the other version of the Matrix, you didn't see yourself, so you didn't know that your hair was red and not brown. In the other version of the Matrix, no one said your name, so you didn't know your name was different. All you did was see the similarities that were obvious to the eye, and you watched it play out, and then you came back here and it played out. And it can play out, but the thing is, there are differences, and those differences have effect on the outcome. In the other Matrix, the dream you had, you say, I had a dream that my cousin was in a car crash. Yeah, but in the other dream, the other Matrix, you were married. In this one, you're not. But you didn't know that in the other Matrix, because that's not the part that you tapped into. You didn't tap into that part. You didn't tap into the part where you didn't have any children, but in this one you do. So you think that it's the same Matrix. So when you see the car crash happen here, you're like, oh, I dreamt it before it happened. What that's telling you is that you should take more time to tap into the Matrix. The best and ultimate and most powerful and most respectable and most advanced way to do this is sex. People have to stop looking at sex as some type of weapon or some type of disgusting ritual or something that's so shameful that it should be cloaked and not talked about. This is the answer to all and everything that we suffer. When we speak about Statics 33, static and matrix together, being stuck electrically, our electricity flow or the electricity flow in us being stuck within this matrix, we're talking about sexual energy. Your dreams are nothing but you tapping into other versions of this matrix. Sometimes they're familiar, sometimes they're not. Your personality is the sum total of all the matrices that have taken place so far. And your attitude, behavior, thought processes, your fetishes, your kinks, your likes, dislikes are all the sum total of other matrices that have existed, because it's a code to remind you of what to do. It's here to remind you. It's here to remind you of why you're here. So when you say, yo, I love cereal, in the other one of the other matrices, it's going to be a lot of connections to cereal. But in one matrix, you may have owned a cereal empire, a cold cereal empire. And another one, you may have eaten cereal every day and you loved it. Another one, you may have been forced to eat cereal and you hated it. And another one, version of it, you may be a homeless kid that was hungry and you was always able to go in the store and steal a box of cereal. That was the easiest thing to steal. Then you wonder why you love a specific cereal, because all them other is a message to you to pay attention. Because if you pay attention to all the failures in the other matrices, it'll help you to realize, wake up and realize you're in a matrix, and you'll start looking around the coding stuff better. Okay? So with that, I just want everybody to know to please embrace your sexuality and stop being so ashamed. Stop being so old-fashioned in your way of doing things. We respect the past, but it's out with the old and with the new. There needs to be an upgrade in information, and people really need to get on. I see a lot of people starting to talk about sex now that I've been doing it for about 30 years. A lot of people jumping on the bandwagon now, and they want to do it, and I'm not mad. It's not my wagon. I'm just saying I'm glad we finally got here. Because there was a time when I talked about it and everybody was like, oh my God, people stopped speaking to me. People stayed away from me. You know, people was like, this weirdo, this pervert. Da, da, da. So it's good that now people can actually be mature about it. Okay? So I'm going to just say with that, I'm not your average priest. It's not your grandma's religion. I might not like you, but I love you. Jesus Christ was a woman that came to teach Itakwa, which is the 1080 or the love frequency. And she taught this via EYS, embracing your sexuality, because Gaga, sex is the gateway to God. Remember, like this video, subscribe to this video, to this channel, leave a comment. That'd be dope. You leave a comment. Also, our Facebook, our like page is Om Institute, AUM Institute without the AUM space Institute without the E. On there, I'm Vermont Princ, VA''MON space PRINC. On Facebook, I'm still Vermont Princ. We also have a page called Feminine Future, Feminine_Future, in the love side page. That's LUVS space LUVS space SCII. This channel is the love side. So wherever you see this video at, please go to the YouTube channel and check out all the videos. We have probably like over 70 videos by now. And we be saying, you know, but like I said, until I get to about 1,000 subscribers at least, I'm not going to really start dropping the real information. If y'all think this is powerful and this is deep, it's going to really take you to the next level. I have some, and then I'm actually going to start doing certain knowledge and demonstrations and getting more people involved and having other people around. As it stands right now, there's not enough people for me to motivate me to go too hard. But once the number of subscribers and the views start going up, and I see that people are really interested and they tired of doing the everyday plain Jane, John Doe, you know, Freddie, you know, Shuckabuck, and they really ready to get this knowledge and they really ready to look into something else. It's not just about embracing your sexuality for nothing, just to do it. This is the key to unlocking the matrix. All that things y'all looking for in life, health, wealth, and happiness, that's our birthright. We supposed to live in a state of, what you trying to, people who say meditation is a state of absolute bliss or the infinite moment of peace and balance. That's really your sexuality. Meditation is a watered down version of an orgasm. This is what I'm trying to teach y'all. Our sexual energy is magnetic energy. So we are walking magnets because we're not really bodies. The bodies or the avatars is not really us. The energy within is. And we exist. This energy represents itself with a magnetic frequency. So we attract nothing but health, wealth, happiness to us. But when it's blocked, so goes our ability to attract that which we really want. And sometimes it don't just get blocked, it get reversed. So we find ourselves attracting a lot of things. It's still helpful for happiness, but it's a lot of what we call lessons or karmic lessons. We attract a lot of things that put us through things to try to show us we need to break out of that shell, out of that box, out of that cage. All right? Remember, subscribe, like, comment. Oh, and share. That's how we going to get those numbers up. Share. Itakwa. The new religion, the religion of now. And when I say religion, I don't mean standard religion. I'm talking about realigning oneself with the ultimate. Rahu.